We'll start at the top, we'll go in like this, and then we'll just go down like this, like that, like that. One second. All right, so here was the issue why the screen wouldn't close on the bottom. As you see, these two things were bent right here. Hi everyone. In today's video, I'm going to show you guys how to replace the screen on an iPhone 14. As you can see, this screen is like really scratched up. So you see it right there. I actually own this phone, so I'm actually fixing this because I'm going to resell it. So as you guys can see, there's nothing wrong with the screen. There's no OLED damage or anything. So here's the screen that we're going to use right here. I'll show it to you guys real quick. iPhone 14 soft OLED. And if you guys want to know where I get these parts, just look in the description and there's the school community and it shows you right there. Here we go. This is going to be the iPhone 14 screen. And there we go. So we're going to use this screen right here. All right, so the first thing that we're going to want to do is we're going to want to take the bottom two screws out of the phone right here. And we're going to use this screwdriver. As you can see, this iPhone, you're going to need 3 different screwdrivers. So the bottom 2 screws use one screwdriver tip. They're all different size tips. And then the next thing I'm gonna do is I'm gonna put this screen right here. I'll show it to you, this machine. It's a iPhone screen opening helper tool machine. All right, so as you can see, this thing is plugged into the outlet, electrical outlet, and this thing works like this. Some people have different versions of this. You don't need an expensive one like this. This is the one I have. This is pretty much dummy proof, okay? The way this works is, this is already set to 65 degrees Celsius. So this thing right here is actually hot. This is 65 degrees. So you put this in here, just like this, and you make sure that this thing fits, like it's tight. So that's what this is for. Do you see it moving like this? While I'm twisting this, see? Now we're gonna tighten it up so it doesn't move. Center it right there. There we go. Don't put it too tight. You put it too tight, the screen will have more trouble lifting out. So there we go. So we'll let it sit here for a couple of minutes and then we'll be back. All right, so what we're gonna do next is use some Isopro alcohol right here, 91%. You just got this at the CVS store, but I put it in here and we're gonna just put drips around the edges. Let me turn off the phone real quick. All right, so I'm gonna try to do this with one hand because I'm holding the camera with my other hand, obviously, see? So we're just gonna go like this. And I'm gonna go around the edges to soften the adhesive. We're just gonna go around. The metal edge is pretty warm right now. It's kind of hot. All right, so now that we got some alcohol put in there, all we do is get this suction cup that slides up and down. We'll put it near the bottom of the phone, like this. Adjust this so it lowers onto it like this. Actually, it should go the other way. We're lowering it down, lowering it down. There it goes. It's touching the phone right now. And then we'll just hit the clamp. And then we'll just twist this thing back up and then you'll see the screen about to lift. So we'll go like this. I think I could already, there it is. Actually, I missed it, but there it is. I heard it pop. You hear that? There we go. I heard it again. Let's see the other side. Where is it at? There it is. See, you can see the gap right there. That thing is hot. You see the gap already forming? Let's just twist this. And you could already see it lifting up. You see that? Starting to lift up. There you go. I'm literally just using one hand to do this. I'm not using pry tools. Look how far this one is up there. Look, I can stick my finger inside the phone now. See? Remember how I said when we first started this, it's dummy proof. See that? You can see in the inside of the phone, you can see the adhesive right there. Use a little bit more. It's pretty much high enough. Look at that. So all I have to do is grab the screen and just wiggle it out. So what I'll do is just unclamp that. I'll get like a card, like a something to remove the suction cup. I'll get like a card, and then I'll just go like that, and then I'll just lift this thing up. There you see the suction mark, and then I'll just wiggle the screen back and forth. I'll use a little bit of more alcohol up here, right here, and then I'll just wiggle the screen back and forth. You can see, there we go. There we go. There it is. There's the screen connections right there. And there's that. Literally one hand. Like, didn't I say, I said it's literally dummy proof, right? All right, so we'll release the phone from this. So then that way we can take it out. And then that way we can finish with the screen repair. All right, and as you guys can see, remember the same screen. I didn't damage the screen at all. You can see right here, no damage. This screen is OEM. It's perfectly good to use. Like I said, I'm gonna keep the screen, and the card that I picked out of the file, it happened to be an ace of hearts. Look at that. All right, so we're gonna just power the phone off again, remember? And then what we're gonna do is open up the screen. Let me set my camera up real quick. All right, so what we're gonna do next is we're literally just gonna take the screen out of the phone. So you see the screw right here? We're gonna remove this screw to take off this shield and remove this other screw right here, and we're gonna unhook the screen. So what we'll do is take our Y-tip screwdriver. And like I said at the beginning of this video, if you wanna know where I get these screwdrivers, just hit the link in the description or in the pinned comment. All right, here we go. So the phone is powered off, and this is an OLED screen for anybody that's gonna be in the comments and running their mouths, dude. Okay, so screen is powered, the phone is powered off. We're just going to unhook and then unhook. There you go. So this is the iPhone 14. If, like, let's say if you want to change anything out, the camera, the back, the battery, anything, get to the insides of the phone, the way you actually get into the insides of the phone is the back cover comes off, and then you can see the internals from this part, because this thing actually comes out, right? Like that. So we don't need this right now. So let's just focus on the screen. Here's the screen. And as you can see, I'm gonna grab the new screen right now. So as we look at them side by side, you can see one thing is missing from this screen. And what is that? It is this right here. You see right here? We're gonna transfer this onto here. This shield, this cable, see how it has a cable? And we're just gonna transfer it, put it on there, and put the screws right here. So let's start that, and as you can see, we have another 2 sets of screws. We're gonna use the Y-tip screwdriver. Put it here. Put it here. Don't lose these. As you can see, they look like little baby screws, right? Right there. Keep them together. You see these two long screws? Those are the ones that we took out the bottom of the phone. All right, so the way that we're gonna remove this, because this thing is kind of like glued on here, I'm gonna blow heat with my heat gun right here. I'm gonna blow heat on this side, like kind of warm it up a little bit. And then I'm gonna use this tool and get under here and just go back and forth. And this thing is just gonna come off. So I'm gonna use this heat gun. If anybody doesn't have a heat gun, use a hair dryer, blow dryer, whatever. But this exact heat gun is linked also in the description, okay? Blow a little heat on this side of the screen. Remember that. All right, I kind of blew the screws a little bit, but they only went just a little bit. So we're gonna grab this tool. We're gonna go underneath right here. Just like this, and we'll go back and forth. Back and forth. You don't wanna tear this. And once you feel like it's starting to get tough or hard again, just blow a little bit more heat. I put my finger right here because I want to see how hot it's getting, right? I don't want to make it too hot. And I also don't want to burn the screen, right? Because I'm reusing this screen. Remember, I'm keeping it. All right, we'll go back under. All right, as you can see all that sticky stuff down there. Go under. All right, so it's starting to get tough again. We're just gonna blow just a little bit more. Get it one more time. All right, and then this thing should just lift out now. See, we get under, there's a microphone there. All right, starting to come out. There we go. And then we got left is this rectangle piece right here. We'll actually I could use a flathead screwdriver. I'll just use a flathead screwdriver, hold on. All right, here we go. Flathead screwdriver is kind of dull, but whatever. We'll see if we can, actually, you know what? I don't need that. I can just use this thing right here. There we go. It already came out. I just needed a thin pry tool to poke it out. There you go. There's that thing right here. See? There's a microphone right here. This little gold thing is the mic. All right. So then what we'll do is there's a little piece of plastic here. There you go. And then we'll get this, and then we'll place this here, because remember, this was our old screen, right? So we'll just start with this area right here, put the rectangle thing, the sensor right here, put that in there. And then after that, everything will just fall into place. You'll see right there. This goes into the slot. I felt it kind of click in there, and then you just kind of put it like this. And there you go. And then the next thing we're gonna do is we're gonna put the shield on here so this thing doesn't move around, and with the 2 screws. All right, so now you can see that the screws are there, the shield is back. That's it. We have our new screen right here. This is the old screen. Let's set this aside. All we have to do now is take the iPhone 14 phone, plug this stuff in, put the 2 shields back, screw them in, and then we are good to go. And I'll show you guys. So the way that I do this, as I'm looking around, and the adhesive to me looks perfectly fine. All right, here we go. You can literally do this repair. I know I'm filming, so it's gonna take longer than it normally would. And I'm talking to you guys, but this screen repair, you can do this in like 15-20 minutes. It's like no problem whatsoever. All right, so here we go. So this may pop up. All you'll do is this is how the new software works, you guys. Look, you'll see this right here. You go more for your phone, you'll see display not recognized. You'll hit learn more, it'll do this, and then now, as you'll see, it disappears. You don't see it anymore, okay? Look, you don't see the pop-up messages. You'll go to more about phone. Look, disappears, you guys, all right? You have to go and hunt for it to see if it's, and this is the best aftermarket OLED screen that you're gonna find on the market anyways. You can see, look at the colors, look at everything. This screen that I recommend to you guys is legit. If you guys want to know where it's at, once again, click the link in the description or the pinned comment or whatever. And then I'm going to put the screen right back into the phone. You see these like little metal tabs right here on the sides. We'll start at the top, go in like this, and then we'll just go down like this, like that, like that. One second. All right, so here was the issue why the screen wouldn't close on the bottom. As you see, these 2 things were bent right here. So what we're gonna do is just bend them back how they should be. So you guys see, it's good that you guys saw this happen, right? So let me just bend them back real quick. Hold on. All right, so as you can see, you can literally just grab them. They're right there. You can literally grab them and just bend them back. Where is it? Right here. There we go. See, look. There it is. There it is. They're pretty straight. I can see it. There we go. Now let's try this again. Because these 2 things fit right into those 2 square holes. You see them? They fit in there, those 2 things. And then the screws right here actually go into those 2 things right there. All right, so let's do this again. Start at the top. They're actually already in. So see, there we go. It's already in. So then we can just put this 2 screws back right here. All right, and that, everybody, is the iPhone 14 screen replacement video. If any of you guys have any interest and you guys want to start your own business repairing cell phones or buying and reselling phones, anything like that, check out the link in the description underneath the video. And with that, everybody, I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace.